on. This was my original time, but I wanted to make sure I helped. Um, Let me see. Let me get this in my playlist real quick. Playlist. Let me create, and I'm on there. Now let's see if I'm there. There we go. I got my iPad out here, my own iPad. Let's see who all hops on. I think Gretchen is just about done. She has some pretty looks for a kid. You guys, go check out her website. We're going to do some biscuit flowers tonight. And I mean some wood biscuits, not real biscuits that you can eat. Let's see who all hops on. I see one eyeball up there. Hey, Terry. Hey, Brenda and Dawn. Hey, Jody. Hey, Carol Ann. I was going to do a kit and I decided I didn't feel like doing a kit tonight. I had one that I could have done, but I changed my mind. We're going to do some biscuit flowers. And I've already painted those biscuits right there for a small one. And I have these 3 pieces right here. These 2 came out of a kit, and I cut the little hole a little bit too small, and I kept them. Lots of times I'll keep them and reuse them for different things, and this was just came out of something else. I usually keep those little circles because you never know when they might come in handy. Hey, Sharon. So what I've done, we're going to make 3 flowers, 2 kind of big ones and 2 small ones. I have put drop cloth. Is it drop cloth? No, I take that back. I put buttercream on this side right here. So we're going to flip these over, paint the other side of these and dry them. And then I am going to put different colors around the edges. Just make a little bit of color around each edge and in the center button that we're going to put in there. Hey, Dawn. And then I'm going to use some fabric that I got in all that scrapbook stuff that's all over my house right now that I am trying really hard to get it all straightened out. There's more there than I even thought was there. I may have to go on Whatnot and sell it. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, got those over. I've already got these turned. These I haven't done either side. Let's turn these over. And really, I'm not painting it much different color. Hey, Carol Ann, than I am the biscuit color. It's just a little more creamy. And I'm not really worried about the little lines on the other side because that just gives it character. Hey, Marlene. So I got that right there. I'm just going to use let me get a wipe here. Guys, you know I go through wipes like water. Thank you. Michelle's feeling better. I talked to her earlier when she got home. Her speech and everything's back, and she's kind of back to her old self. She already has, problems with swallowing and things like that, so it didn't damage any of that. So she's doing good. But I tell you what, it sure can scare you, especially when she got down to where she couldn't even talk. I know that was scary and frustrating for her, but it scared me too. I'm just glad she's better. Oh, thank you, Valerie. It was fun. I've had fun doing it. And this morning, I think a lot of it was the weather. Last night there was storms all over the U.S. And so I think that had a big part in internet and different things like that because, we're just all connected together. Let me see. I don't have my glasses on, guys. Let me get my glasses on so I can see here. So much clearer. Aw, thank you. I appreciate that. But she's doing a whole lot better. These glasses don't help me looking straight down. They just help me when I'm looking out. Hey, Cheryl. So let me just kind of slide these down. We're just giving these a quick little coat. They don't have to be all that great of a painting job because these are just going to be some rustic looking flowers. Boy, that's the truth. I tell you what, It was a long day yesterday. There we go. Now let's go ahead and get this one right here. I'm just putting a good coat on it. We're going to dry it. I've already painted the sides. I kind of turned them over and painted it as I was going down. Hey, Leah. Guys, if you are a crafter, Leah's going to have a YouTube boot camp. So you can messenger her on Facebook. Tracy, these are fun to do. I've made flowers. I've made some stars. I even made a biscuit Christmas tree one year. I don't know. Somebody bought it. I don't remember who bought it. I may do another one this year. I may do another biscuit Christmas tree. I actually did a couple. I did a green one and I did a white one on a cone, and those were a lot of fun. Maybe if I do a Christmas YouTube event, we might do one there. Okay, let me dry these just real quick. Oh, I hate to stick that in my deal. Yep, there's my chart. But those are a lot of fun. A lot of fun to do. Hey, Gretchen, I love those tulips you did. Hey, Kay. Okay, those are all done. Those are all done. It's this top one up here. We're going to have to paint the back sides. Guys, we may not even be on here 40. They do look like turkey feathers too. Good idea, Carol Ann. We may not even be on here 45 minutes because I know some of you guys have been on here all day long. All day long. Because I've watched every one of them today and I've seen lots of familiar names. There we go. Let me paint this side here. I'm going to paint my bases just so if anything shows, it's not showing something really like the wood color. I wanted to have kind of just blend in a little bit. And we're going to put them in a jar that I think I made in my private group. We've took the private group down for the summer, but it'll be back up again this fall. But we had made this little coffee filter. These were some really dark coffee filters jar. And I think that was the mayonnaise jar. Hey, Shar. My Shar. Okay, got that. Let's go ahead and paint our centers. I got a small one and two bigger ones. This was just a small, it came out of something. I can't even tell you what it came out of. But it came out of something on a kit. And these were just some miscuts. Thank you, Sharon. I'm going to go ahead and paint that. I'm going to go ahead and leave. No, I'm not. I'm going to go ahead and, well, we're not really going to see it. Well, I've already started. I'm going to paint both sides and the sides here. Both sides and that side. There we go. I've already started, so I may as well just do all of them. Jeff's in the house getting ready for tomorrow for his sermon, so I'm out here. And I did get my iPad here tonight. Okay, got those. They don't have to be 100% done. Shar, I loved how you did that can. Everybody did such a great job today. Okay, I'm just painting these white just so I know that my paint has something to stick to. Let's see, I need 2 big ones and I'm going to need 1 small one. These are just some buttons out of my button tin. I'm going to just set the rest of them right there. They have been, Lori, and that frame that you made, guys, that was beautiful. They're going to post all their projects over in the Creatives Depot, and they'll probably get them all on there, hopefully by tomorrow. Okay, let me get my paint cover back up, because guys, I am so bad about spilling paint. So bad about spilling paint. Let me get my thing in my bottle here. Wash my hands up, and we're going to dry this. We're going to start fixing these up. I mean, I could do a kit every day, but sometimes I like just being able to craft. There we go. Let me get another wipe. Hey, Loretta. We sure missed you today, but I totally understand. Your family's got to come first. Family's got to come first, always. Hey, Teresa. You get this. For some reason, the buttercream always wants to be like cement on my hands. And if I don't get it off pretty quick, I'm scraping it off. There we go. Okay, let's see. Let's get all of these on here. Those have both sides. We're just going to make a pile here. Here's my buttons. And I did take some of that rebarb wire. And these are probably a little bit too long. I'm going to cut this one down. I may have to cut a couple others down. Stick that right there so I've got it. And I did cover it with just some floral tape. That's right, Nanny Janet. You are so right. Okay, I am just going to take this and stretch it just a little bit to get it down. Believe me, when my mom was sick, my sister and I put our life on hold for about 10 years and took care of our mom. Okay, I'm not going all the way down to the end because I want to make sure I can still stick it in there. Okay, that's trash. Let's get our centers right there. Let's pull these off and get rid of all the trash. I know the big ones are going to take 6 or 7 on the bottom. And we're just going to start flipping these off. I tell you what, I haven't had a migraine in a long time, but I used to get them really bad. Lauren got them really bad. She and I were the only two that ever got migraine. So they're no fun. Okay, we got all those off. We're going to start with the big one. I'm going to take a little bit of paint and I'm just going to pull my thing here out and just set some paint down here on the side. We're going to take a little bit of yellow, a little bit of pink, and this is a pink polish. It's a pretty bright pale pink, and we're going to do purple passion. It's a little purple. Might be a little bit too purple, but that's okay. We're going to take a small little brush or a sponge, and I'm just going around each one of my flowers. I'm not painting them yellow. We're just going to go around and just paint a little bit of yellow. I think it is 6 around the bottom. It's either 6 or 7. I can't remember. And I'm just going around the edges of those. You don't have to do a whole lot. You just want to get a little bit of color around your edges. And I am going to paint the side of mine. And just let that paint come up just a little bit. Okay, there's 3. You could paint these and paint the whole thing and put a pattern on them. You can really do just about anything you want with them. But I just want a little bit of color with mine. I don't want a whole lot of color, just a little bit. Okay. Just keep getting some on here. Our oldest daughter, Lauren, after she had heart surgery, she was in 2nd grade. She had migraines after that. And she had some pretty bad ones. And she's finally kind of outgrown them a little bit. But she had one so bad in college that it scared Haley, and Haley took her to the ER. I know there's a lot of brown-eyed girl in there on YouTube. Okay, let's see. Let me just kind of count these out real quick. 3, 4, 5, 6. This is going to take 7 just to get it to lay right. Then we're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to need 5 more of the yellow. I tell you what, there are a lot of brown-eyed this and that on YouTube and Facebook. But I can tell you how I got it, because it's kind of funny. My last name is Brown, but when I got the brown-eyed girl, I had a friend named Linda, and her dad would always call me brown-eyed. There's brown-eyed girl. There's brown eyes. And it's always brown eyes. And when her mom and dad passed, her brother worked at the high school with me, and Jeff would call me, well, hey, Miss Brown-Eyed Girl. And he did that for years, and then his kids started calling me Miss Brown-Eyed Girl. And it just kind of stuck. And then when I got my page, we were trying to think of a name, and it just kind of came naturally. And it's just kind of funny that now my last name is Brown. So I guess it was just meant to be. But JD always called me Brown Eyes, because his kids were all blue eyes, and I spent the night with them quite a bit, and she was over here quite a bit. But it's just funny how things come up like that. But in our family, it's really funny. My mom had brown eyes. My dad had green eyes. My brother had green eyes. Michelle and I had brown eyes. I have one brown-eyed daughter, one brown-eyed granddaughter, and everybody else is blue eyes. The 3 boys are blue eyes, and Emma's blue-eyed. So we're going to put our first one together, paint it, figure out what we're going to do. I'm going to take the big button for this one. Let's see if I got enough yellow. I'm going to paint this yellow. I need just a little bit more. But Emma has got the prettiest blue eyes, and Layla's got her mama's deep eyes. There's the center to that one. Okay. My hands are so gluey today. Oh, you're welcome, Penny. I'm going to just glue the tip down right here. Maybe a 1/2 inch up. I'm going to take one of these other ones just to kind of anchor it so that it doesn't like wilt down. You're welcome, Mara. It was fun. Even with all of the internet problems, we had fun. I'm just going to kind of let those touch just a little bit. I'll put me another biscuit over here to hold that one up. Yeah, you are your brown-eyed girl too, aren't you, Deb? But I would have loved to have had green eyes like my dad, but that didn't happen. And my brother just has two kids that's got brown eyes. One boy, one girl. Kobe and Sydney. The rest of them all have blue eyes or green. Zach's is green, and so is Chanson. So is let's see, Kobe's brown, Sydney's brown, McKenna's blue, Braylee's blue. There's just two brown ones in that family. So it's crazy how it runs. Okay, let me take that one out and put it over here. It doesn't take long for stick fast to work at all. That's the nice thing about it. I'm kind of turn that one just a little bit. We're going to stick that one in just a little bit. We're going to have a little bit of space in and around these, and then we're just going to take these and go in the center of each one of them. Well, just kind of almost like a tulip, because you could make tulips out of these too. Just going to kind of try to get those in the center of each of those. That way, if we see anything behind it, kind of make that one go out a little bit, because you don't want to get them all bunched up, because we have to have that one to go over that one. We kind of set that one out a little bit. We'll have that one, and then we'll have, oh wait, we need one more. I miscounted. We may have to paint one more for each of them. That's something, isn't it? I'm going to do with that yellow. That's all right. If we just have to do a couple more, that's fine. Okay, got that one. A little bit on that tip. And we're going to sneak that one in right there. It's going to kind of stick out a little bit, but that's okay. There we go. If you have where you got two sizes of these, because these are a 20. If you got some 10s, they're a little bit smaller, and you can put the smaller ones inside your middle. And now we're going to take our button, and this is flat on the bottom. We're going to stick that button on there. Whoops, that's not dry yet. Let's let that dry for just a minute. We're going to dry it. Your dad had green eyes and mom brown. Yep. I think that's a pretty combination. Hey, Amy. Okay, there's our first one right there. And it looks okay. I'm going to take my wire, the part that I don't have. Let me straighten that out just a tad. I got this wire from Amazon because I never could find any at Lowe's. I'm going to take just a little bit of hot glue. And stick that in. And then I'm going to take just a little bit of stick fast. I'm going to stick that in that hot glue, and then I'm going to let that wire rest in the stick fast. That's why I want that wire to be flat. Oh, thank you, Cheryl. Oh, you're welcome, Lori. This was fun. You guys always have good events too. Okay, there's our first one right there. I have one that kind of looks a little wonky, but you know what? No flowers is the same, is it? Oh, Gretchen, that's okay. Don't worry about it. I'm going to stick this one in here, and I've got to find my bag of moss. I'm kind of like Penny. It gets all over, and I have it in a bag. On this one, I am going to take, I have all that scrapbooking ribbon I had. I'm going to take this green off of this little tiny card that was in one of those boxes. And this is just a really pretty little green. This is what I'm going to use for my leaves. Oh, thank you, Janet. Yeah, Gretchen, it is. It's normal. I kind of got that a little long. Uh-oh, I knocked my glue out. The only thing I hate about this kind of oasis is it's really, really messy. Let's go ahead and cut that down just a tad. There we go. Now it's a little more stable. So there we got that right there. So there's one. I may have to put a whole lot more glue in there or stick some more foam in there. Let's move this one. Let's put this one back over there. Okay, now we had 7, so we need 14. There is 2, 4, 6, 7, 2, 4, 6, 7. So there's those. This one right here, I'm going to do the pink, and I'm going to do the same exact thing. We're going to do the pink. These are just some really springy colors. A little bit of pink on these. Oh, they would, Cheryl. This would be cute up in the kitchen window. I can promise you, when Emma and Layla see them, they're going to want them. That's just how they roll. Sometimes I make something, they want it. Other times, it's a no. Oh, thank you, Dawn. There's 4. This would be something you could do with your grandkids. If you can go to Lowe's and you can buy, I think there's probably 100 in a package. You can make a lot of flowers. I've had these for a while, a long while. They have been sitting in a sack here in my building, and I thought I'm going to use these and get rid of them. Okay, so it's 2, 4, 6, 7. They're just something easy to do, but they make really pretty Christmas trees. Really pretty Christmas trees. Oh, I bet that is pretty, Teresa. I did one that was a really dark evergreen, and then one that was a white, and I wished I'd kept one of them. I think I sold them. Whoops. I think I sold them. Now, if I make anything with a owl, Declan wants it. Griffin hasn't got his preference yet. He's still on the fence about some stuff. A little bit more here. We're about done with this one. The other one's going to be a smaller one. A glue clump. That yellow paint came from Paint Pixie. It's a really pretty yellow. It's a bright, clean yellow. Okay, we got all these right here. Let's go ahead and paint these right here because I know. Oh, that's way too much. That's really dark purple. I don't know if I like the darker purple. We'll put some on and we'll kind of brush it down a little bit. Kind of make it a lighter purple. There, I kind of like that. Just kind of mute it a little bit. Kind of mute it. Sharon, was you on my page back when I made those trees? Okay, let's just kind of dust those a little bit. There, I've got quite a bit off. There, that's better. I may have to wipe those down a little bit. Oh, Marlene, me too. I love cows and I love chickens. I really like chickens. My kitchen's in chickens. And I'm starting to put a few cow things in there. And Carol Ann, I was able to figure that cone on that chicken. I need to show everybody. It's still in my house. Still in the house. But I love cows. I didn't even paint that one. Or did I paint it? Yeah, it's painted. And I need to fix those other two. They look pretty awful. We kind of just paint those down just a little bit. Let me fix these because I don't particularly care for those. That's a little better. Okay, that's a little better. Oh, we got to paint our center. Let's see. This is going to be the small one. It's going to be the purple. I'll go ahead and let that be a dark purple. And then this one is going to be the pink. It's really pretty soft pink. Okay, let's let those dry. And let's start building our flowers. Yeah, I don't have anywhere. We have too many stray dogs. And I'm afraid Gibbs might get into my chickens. Because he, I'm afraid he might get into my chickens. Now, my niece Bethany had some chickens and she got eggs every day. But Jeff and I aren't home enough to take care of chickens. I wish we were, but we're not. Let me grab one more. I'm doing good to get my garden in this year. If this wind would quit blowing, I can get my trellises up that I just bought. Yeah, that's pink. Make sure I got the pink one. Uh-oh. Don't spill that. Okay, before those really are good and down, I'm gonna kind of spread them a little bit. so they don't kind of get that wonky look. Like one's out of place. There we go. I think that's going to be all right. Stick that one right there. Because I will tell you, biscuits are not uniform in size. They're kind of close, but now here's a 10. That's a small one. I don't know how I got a small one in that bag. Maybe that's why it's looking a little wonky. Janet, do you have chickens? Am I short one? I sure am. I am short one. That's all right. We didn't paint it. And we still have paint on our brush. We got 10 minutes. We'll kind of sneak that one in. That one kind of needs to be like that. Let's go ahead and like that. Let's go ahead and put some around that button. And then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to let it dry. You just eat the eggs. I am not really an egg person. Now, if you wanted to, you could put this on the back. But I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to do some hot glue. Let's find a good place to sneak it in. And then I'm going to take just a little bit of stick fast down here. And that looks pretty straight. And we'll stick that there, and then I'm going to kind of lay that in there and just let it sit for a minute. Favorite chickens are the red hens and the speckled ones. Speckled ones are called Dominickers, I believe. We used to have some Dominickers growing up. Okay, let's let this sit for just a minute. And this one's going to be a small one. We've got way too many here painted, but that's okay. Well, there's my pink one. There's my pink one. This one's going to be this one's going to be 6, so I'm going to need 3. It's okay. We'll paint them just real quick. I'm going to paint right over that pink one. Nobody will know but us. Okay, this one needs to be painted white. And I've already put my... Let me get another... Let me get a little bit more paint. I miscounted. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so we need 3. I'll just kind of set that up. Mom had a blue and brown, and you got green. Okay, we're just going to paint one side of these for right now. 1, 2, and 3. Now, Jeff's the same way. He's got... All of his sisters have blue eyes, except for the baby Susan. She was 3 years old when Ashley was born. She was the last one. She had brown eyes. Ooh, hot, 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 hot. There we go. She had brown eyes, the biggest brown eyes. I'm just barely tapping that. And thankfully my thing is hot, so it dried these pretty quick. This one's not as small as I thought it was going to be, but it's still going to be a little bit smaller. Okay, let's stick that one. Now I'm going to come across and put this one right across from it. Whoops. And these are the perfect things to put underneath them. That's a 10 too. I must have a mixed bag there. So I got 10s and 20s in that bag. This one's going to be one flower petal shorter. Let's see. We need. Oh, those are already stuck. Let's see. I got a small one here. Let's stick this one right in there. Right in there. Oh, Debbie, I'm the same way. I have got so many things I want to get done, and I have not had time to even do them. I've got plants I need to get in the ground. I've got some vegetables I need to get ready to plant. My son-in-law is wanting to do a garden this summer, and I told him I would do my part here. Because honestly, it's a whole lot better for you. But it's a lot of work. We're going to have to put ours on a timer while we're gone to Maine to see our daughter and my son-in-law and my grandson. My son-in-law is supposed to be sending me a really good recipe I'm going to make. And I can't wait to get it. Okay, there we got that one. Let's put our purple one. And this one's kind of got some holes, so you want to be careful so you don't get all over your hands. And it's just big enough to cover that. Just big enough. So this one's a little bit smaller, but not bad. Whoops, that one's not quite dry. Okay, let's slide that one over. Let's see. I think that one will be okay. Let's find a good little place here. Right about there. And I'm just putting just a line, not getting my glues mixed up together because then it just kind of cancels each other out and just makes a mess, a gooey mess. Let's just stick that up in that hot glue and we'll let that tape sit into our stick fast. And we are just about done, guys. We've got a minute left. Can you believe that? It did take a full 45 minutes. There's that one. I'm going to make my fabric go up just a little bit higher on that one. I may trim it just a little bit. Here, let me trim that just a tad. There we go. Let that one kind of go like that. Let me get my other fabrics here. We'll put these on just real quick. I'll put my green one on this one. And I hate having to waste some of that, but that happens. And then we're going to put this one right here on the pink one. That's a wired ribbon. Wired ribbon would be a good one. Oh, thank you, Lila. Or Leah. Okay. And there is that one. This one right here, I'm going to have to fix it just a little bit because it's... There we go. We got 3 in there. Got 3 in. But anyway, guys, those are so easy to make, and you can really do them with your grandkids. I would probably do the glue with the grandkids if you're going to use stick fast, but if you had plenty of time, you could just use a little bit of, you could use hot glue, but it would pop off, but you could use some wood glue. That would work really good. Really good. Anyway, guys, thank you guys for being here today. Thank you to all of the creators who helped me do my first YouTube collaboration. It was fun, and I want to thank Leah for helping me so much. She just really helped me out today. Anyway, guys, have a great evening, and I will see you guys all later. Goodbye, everybody.